Welcome everybody to Service Drive Revolution with your Friday drive-by. Little love to help you do the weekend, maybe inspire some thoughts. How you doing, Jeremy?
Doing great. I'm ready to train hard or go home, man. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, your shirt says train hard or go home. What do you mean by that?
Hey, show up and make it happen, or if you're not going to train hard, don't train at all. Just sit on the couch. People are used to that right now.
I like it. So what I want to talk about today, and this is a tribute to the great Jordan Peterson, the Prime Minister of Canada, and one of my favorite people alive. Definitely one of the people that I never hung out with that has influenced me the most. I've met him, but I've never really hung out with him socially. He has this video online on YouTube where it's the video, if you want to watch it, is called Noah and the Flood or something like that. And about 45 minutes in it starts, but he's talking about how when he was younger, he kind of started to realize that there were two parts of himself. Not that he was bipolar or anything, but there was the part that was doing things, and then there was this other part that was watching the other part and was kind of like, you don't mean that. That's not really you. You're trying too hard. You're trying to impress other people, but that isn't really how you feel. That isn't really what you would say or how you would act. And he said he decided to go with the critic. And then he decided that he was going to stop saying things that made him weak. And that when I watched that, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, stop saying things that make you weak. And you know, you're mostly dead wood. But if you get rid of the dead wood and focus on the stuff that's strong, and you focus on the part of you that's authentic and that is true, and you grow that part, the other part will shed away and will die. And so I started writing, and I actually did this with my buddy Mike. We talked about it on Business Outlaws a bunch, and we started writing like, stop saying things that make you weak. And what it was in the end was stop thinking things that make you weak. Because most of what you say to yourself is not verbal. You're saying it in your head, in your thoughts about yourself, your thoughts about other people, your fear of failure, your insecurities. And so if you stop thinking things that'll make you weak, all of a sudden it completely changes your perspective.
Yeah, especially right now with so many people streaming and just watching things that are not positive and putting junk in their mind, it's very easy to really get that downward spiral. So, Chris, what's one of the most common things that you would tell yourself or think? What's one of the thoughts that was very disempowering that would make you weak?
Well, I can give you, I don't know that I could say a specific thought, but I could give you a specific, kind of category is thinking too small. Like, why not me? Why, everybody else has 24 hours in the day. Why am I pulling up so short? Why do I look at other people like they have some superpower I don't have, when the truth of the matter is they thought different and they worked harder most of the time. And so really what it is at the end of the day, the conclusion that I've came to is, no, I don't want to pay the price to do that. Be honest with yourself. Like, you don't really want to work that hard.
Well, and it may not be a matter of working hard. I was going through one of my journals last night, and I had an affirmation in there and a goal that my businesses do 110 million per year in revenue. And where that came from is I was at a seminar, and my goal was 10 million a year, and then he had us up it by whatever the amount it
10
was.
times, so, 10x it.
Yeah,
10x
exactly.
it.
Something like that.
Everybody teaches the 10x thing, yeah.
Absolutely, yes. So,
but you're not doing 110 million a year.
Well, I've only worked with you for less than a year now, so it's coming. It's out there.
It is out there.
It is out there.
Yeah, I don't. But I will say, Jeremy, though, because it's a really good question. And it's very personal. Is when you stop saying things that make you weak. It's the little things like I can't. Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, I'm not good at spelling. oh, they wouldn't like me, right? Like,
Well, and that holds us back from taking action so much, right? Like if you have social anxiety or you're, for instance, selling service, let's take a set of struts, for instance. If you have the thought that, oh, that customer won't buy it,
Good
you're not even
example.
going to offer it, right? So these thoughts are everywhere. And how many thoughts do we have, every single day? Do you want to know what mine was? I'm sure you and Christian know what it was.
Tell me.
Self-deprecation. So, going through and putting myself down through some of the training, the stories. And I don't know if it was a matter of me not feeling worthy or me wanting to downplay my success so people didn't think I was egotistical or up there speaking. So self-deprecation is definitely something I've had to work on.
Yeah, so let's talk about that and go a little bit deeper, because I think that there's more angles to this than just coming
Wait. You're not going to make me cry right now, are you?
Maybe.
Oh man, I have to be ready for that?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
most people listen. They don't see you on YouTube, so only
They'll hear me cry though. They'll be able to hear the
Only-
wavering in my voice and the
only a portion of the people will see you cry. But so the thing, like, I think you and I kind of come from the same place, is we never really want to make anybody feel like we're better than them, right?
right.
Like I'm never in a room with somebody. I get very uncomfortable when people are intimidated by me or they think I'm a celebrity. It's because I'm just a guy like everybody else, and so I can make a YouTube video does not make me a celebrity. Because I can write a book and teach you something does not make me any better. I want to teach you. I want to help you. I want to make I get my reward from making people better. So we self-deprecate, right, to kind of help bridge that gap, because we don't know exactly how to navigate that. It's a hard thing to navigate when I'm somewhere and somebody's like, oh wow, I'm really intimidated. I can't believe I'm here with Chris Collins, and you're like, I don't know what to say to that. I don't. And so that self-deprecation thing is a tool to try to make light of that. But the truth of the matter is, and you're really good at the self-deprecating thing, and I understand the.
Well, I don't. Is that a
process.
wait? Was that a compliment?
Yeah, no, for sure. But you'll understand when I make this last point here. The truth is, it's not real.
Okay.
It's not authentic when you're self-deprecating yourself. And that's what I'm saying, is stop saying things that make you weak, because it's not authentic. You're not a goofball. You take it very seriously. You work really hard. So you're self-deprecating yourself, but it's not true. Your intentions are good because you're trying to help somebody else not feel bad about themselves. But the truth is, that's not who you are. It's not authentic to who you are. And so if you step back from it, you go, no, I'm pretty good at business. Like I've built a pretty good thing here.
And I can see it in my kids. Like I can see my kids tear themselves down, and when they choose negative words, and I couldn't do that, or I always mess up. I'm like, Gavin, you're a kick-ass drummer. And my kid plays drums, and I'm like, I can never do what you do. You've been playing less than a year. Find out where the mistake happened. It's not you. It's just a mistake. You can fix that. It's easy. And start to say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let's get some good mantras going in. One of my favorite affirmations is all that I need is within me. And I'll just say that over and over again. So if I'm feeling down, man, I just, yes, all that I need is within me. And I would encourage everybody out there to start writing down all the negative thoughts that you have and consciously choose what you're thinking, because your thoughts become reality.
Yeah, and so 2 things to that, bro. So you did it just now. You realize that, right?
No, I
So
didn't.
you said my son's a really good drummer, and I could never do that. What he did in a year.
Right. Well, no,
But the truth is, it goes back to what I said in the beginning. You don't want to work that hard.
Well, yeah, I would choose not to do that.
If you play drums 8 hours a day and
Okay.
practice until your fingers bled, you'd be better than him. And so that's what I'm saying is when you stop saying things that make you weak, you start to become honest with yourself. And the truth of the matter is, no, it's not that I can't do that. I don't want to pay the price to do that, or that's not where I want to go with my life, or that's not where I want to go with my career, or my thoughts, or my ideas. It's not authentic to me, but it's not that you can't. You could be a badass drummer if you put in the work.
Well, yeah, and I want to say thank you, because you just helped me realize one of my negative words that I use over and over again is I can't. and I'm going to remove that. And I can.
You don't want to.
Right.
You're busy
did you know
working in the shop? You're trying to build the shop.
Did you know that I'm going to actually backflip my BMX bicycle this summer? I'm going to learn to do a backflip.
Bro.
No,
it's that. What does that fulfill in your life? Being so dangerous that you could break your neck?
I'm not going to break my neck. It's like, it's going to happen. It's going to be a reality. Yeah, I'm 47. I want to show people that
reward in that is not a match.
Oh, it's so worth it. Yes, totally worth it.
We could get the same reward doing shots of tequila in Tijuana.
No,
or whatever. I don't know. Okay, well that's But does that resonate with you? Stop saying things that make you weak.
Yes, and that's what a great example. And they didn't know that we had this. This conversation was not pre-planned. So that little coaching session that you just gave me was something that I didn't even realize was there. So you may be talking negatively to yourself and you don't even realize it. So get some help. Get a coach.
Yeah. So the second thing I was going to say is a little rubber band on my wrist is how I started. And every time I did it, I whacked myself. Now, I don't know. People say that's good. It's bad. But it worked with me. I came from a generation where I got spanked and the physical pain makes it stick in my head, and it worked. I retrained my mind how to think, and what came out of it is me being more honest and authentic with myself. It's not that I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay the price that it would take to do that, but it's not their fault. Let's not diminish the value of somebody else who's succeeding or doing that thing, right?
Absolutely.
It's hard work. It's no joke.
It is hard work, and we need to be willing to pay the price and learn. I love the stop saying things that make us weak. Right now, we have to be strong. We've got to stand up and move forward and be positive and choose what we want to do.
Yep. So tribute to Mr. Peterson, and thank him for everything he's contributed. If you haven't read his books or watched his videos, check him out.
Have you ever watched the news up in Canada when you're up there?
Yeah. What's even more interesting is their sports center, which is called something else.
TSN, whatever it is.
Yeah, TSN.
Yeah, they make so much fun of us down here south of the border. It's hilarious. But you're giving props to those north of the border, which is awesome.
Yeah, but it's funny, if you talk to people up in Canada about Jordan Peterson, most people don't know who he is. He's more of a sensation here for some reason. Okay, well, thanks, you guys. Stop saying things that make you weak. Get a rubber band. Snap your wrist every time you catch yourself thinking something that makes you weak, and retrain your mind. And you'll start to see other thought processes open up that are more positive and more authentic to who you are at the end of the day. Have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Next week on Service Drive Revolution.
You kind of look like a doctor, bro. Like, you could probably diagnose a car and maybe test people for STDs.
Can you turn your head and cough, please?
Of all the STDs that you have, which one's your favorite?
It is very hard to pick.
My favorite book, and people listening, it's a dirty book. You don't need to read it. I don't want to hear your comments that it's dirty, because it's Bukowski, and I don't know what you expect. My process is crazy, Jeremy. These younger kids are kind of introverted. Did you know that, Jeremy?
I'm seeing that from my own children. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they're and it's your fault. You guys are terrible parents, everybody listening.
This is the voice of God.
God is Scottish?
Another, actually from Satan, who lives on this planet. And it was just about
my ex-wife is harassing you? You go, they're not trading in their cars for tennis shoes. You can put me on speaker and I can read it to you and your wife. Oh, honey, yeah. The Google Calendar says it's time for you to rub my neck and blow in my ear.
You just have this really awesome way of making me very uncomfortable, so thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Service Drive Revolution's Drive-By. I hope it gives you something to think about over the weekend and inspires some new ideas and hopefully some new results. If you have any questions for the big show, go ahead and post them below in the comments. We'll be looking out for them and we'll answer them on the show. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we post new episodes. I'm Chris Collins, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Chris Bulldog Collins. And I'll see you again on the next episode.